NDC is a registered political party in Nigeria, and NDC has done all it's needed to do by law. This kind of brouhaha is actually a manifestation that NDC is a party to beat as far as 2027 general election is concerned.
To news, authentic world news, and important.
Our distinguished followers, particularly our loyal members of the Nigerian Democratic Congress, bring you special greetings, and also to highlight on some of the achievements and of course developments that have arose from the Federal High Court judgment given last Friday, precisely on the 26th of June 2026 in Lokoja, Kogi State. It is important to note the background of this case so that we can be able to understand the implication of the judgment and why it is important for our members to rally round behind the party leadership and remain committed to the progress and the ideals of the Nigerian Democratic Congress. Specifically, the Nigerian Democratic Congress and as an association applied for registration with the Independent National Electoral Commission to be registered as a party for it to participate in electoral processes. And as you are all aware, last year INEC releases statement confirming the registration of some political parties while denying other association the registration as contained in their own statement. So by virtue of information, it is important to note that Nigerian Democratic Congress also was part of those associations that were denied registration at that particular time. Also, as part of the reasons given by INEC was that the logo NDC wanted to use actually resembles that of the APC, and that was the reason why the registration was denied. Dissatisfied with the reason given by the INEC, the Nigerian Democratic Congress approached the Federal High Court challenging the reasons given by INEC for it to be denied registration as a political party. So during the court proceedings, critical questions were asked and were directed at INEC to the effect that whether or not the NDC logo resembles that of an association which also applied for registration just like NDC. It is also important for our members to note that an association which INEC alleges to have also submitted the same type of logo as NDC was not among the 171 political parties that applied for registration, of which the INEC denied some. So this question was actually directed at INEC, and they were asked whether or not the so-called PNP was part of the associations that applied for registration, and the INEC answered no. And again, the judge also asked the INEC whether or not that same association is a registered political party in Nigeria, and the INEC said no. So at that point, judge ruled in favor of NDC and directed the INEC to register NDC. So that was the end of that case as far as Federal High Court is concerned. And by virtue of the judicial proceedings, whoever is dissatisfied with that judgment, what is expected of him is to appeal the judgment within a particular period of time. And that time elapsed without any party whether INEC or any other party appealing the judgment. And INEC went ahead, you understand, to register NDC as a political party. And since then, NDC has been participating in all electoral activities and all political party activities, with INEC being there as an observer in accordance with the constitution and other relevant laws of this great country. So what is surprising to us, particularly with the candidates of NDC, is this strange judgment that came last Friday, in which the same judge who delivered this judgment in December 2025 now sat on this same matter again, which he has adjudicated upon, and reviewed his own judgment, and now said he's now setting aside the judgment for him to hear the PMP who has applied to be joined as a party, as an interested party. This judgment actually came as a surprise to us, because we believe that by judicial proceedings, the judge who has delivered this judgment in December has become what is referred to as functus officio, meaning that he has no business whatsoever with that case again. So PMP as a party, what is needed for them to do is to approach an appeal court within that period stipulated by law. Unfortunately, until that time elapsed, PMP did not approach appeal court to file an appeal against that particular judgment. So we are not perturbed by that judgment, because we strongly believe with the saying that you cannot build something on nothing. So as far as we are concerned, that judgment is null and void, and it cannot stand the test of time. And also, it is important for our members to know that our party is working, and by the end of today, we will all be notified on the process of appeal that is there before being processed and to be filed at the appropriate court for hearing and also for judgment. So I want to assure our members that NDC is a registered political party in Nigeria, and NDC has done all it's needed to do by law and has filled all candidates for all political positions in Nigeria, and we are on course. And we want to assure our members that this is a manifestation of victory. This kind of brouhaha is actually a manifestation that NDC is a party to beat as far as 2027 general election is concerned. And I want to also say that in the coming days, this judgment will be voided and will be thrown out, and it will be clear to whoever is influencing the judicial system, you understand, against democracy, is doing no good to this country. And also, it is important to say that 2027 is around the corner, and the elections are going to be held, and by God's grace, NDC will form the next government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Mannir Bature. I am a candidate for the House of Representatives for Gusau and Isafe federal constituency under the Nigerian Democratic Congress, NDC.